Boom! Rocks in the room. Hey, what is your why? And I'm also in real estate news for real people going to share how some encouragement and some strategic ideas to help you succeed from some of my past failures, past successes, and future successes. Coming up, hot tips for hot IAs. And if you're a homeowner of the information age who is interested in learning more about maximizing your profit, minimizing your stress in the process of dealing with your greatest investment, if you want to know more about how to succeed in selling your home without agents, you're in the right place. And if you don't like real estate agents, you don't see the value in real estate agents in this information age. If when I say real estate agent, it makes you feel icky, makes you feel awkward or defensive, just ask for some help. I'm here to help you. There's a good reason for a lot of that, and I'm here to share that with you. I'm Rock, Florida, and I'm the principal change agent, course creator, and head coach of the Real Estate Without Agents Masterclass and Coaching Program. Ask questions, comment, like, dislike, subscribe to my YouTube stuff because there's a lot of good stuff in there. And one of the things that I want to make sure that everyone knows, it's a simple 3-step system to sell your house. It's a scalable process, and everything you need fits on one sheet. It's linked below. And if you don't want to put up with hearing my guff about all 101 of these tips that I'm bringing you, I want you to have the ebook. It's also there for the taking, linked below. We are into tip number 29 of 101. And we're beginning a series. My favorite part of all this is the motives and psyche of selling. Then we're going to be going into an extensive series with this, about 26 tips on just defining and refining your motives and proper mindset and psyche behind selling. And so you've been real familiar with your community and you've packaged it up. You've taken lists and tips about how to fix certain things around the house and address certain issues pre-market. But before you ever go to marketing your property and advertising and really offering it out there, you need to know why. And you've made the decision. When you purchased the place, you made a decision if it's not your forever home. You've gone through these motions. Before you get active, you have to really embrace and own your compelling reasons or circumstances. You're never forced to sell unless you end up in that situation, which life often offers in 3 words: subject to change. If you don't see the train coming, then you might get hit by it. So as the home seller, in the preliminary stages, you always dictate the price and the terms, always. But to define more the why, really start embracing that home more as a house, an asset. If it is in fact your greatest investment, and if it's not your forever home, I'm here to encourage everyone. And what we'll be getting into in Real Estate News for Real People is being always available for that miraculous, glorified knock on the door, because those things happen. And preparation, meeting, opportunity actually provides a lot more success in the process. So know your why. If you are emotionally or financially disadvantaged, you may want to back off a little bit until you're 100% certain. And when it comes to your why, that's the foundation of everything. So that's hot tip number 29 of 101 for the hot IAs that you are. And come and get what I've got for you below. It's really 30 items that can be reduced down into a simple 3-step process to succeed in selling your home without agents. Come and get it. And real estate news for real people today, I want to tell a couple stories from failures and successes that will hopefully encourage you to think through alternative options and preparation towards the eventuality that you're going to liquidate that thing. So the first story I want to start with is how people really that have an investment mindset. Are you an investor or are you a lifestyle purchaser? Okay. Most of us are lifestyle purchasers. We're buying a house because we've heard that's the way and fastest path to the American dream. Yesterday, I alluded to how that is being eroded, quite frankly, by the fact that appreciation, inflation, costs of doing business are not necessarily in your benefit if you're not going to be in that home for more than 3 or 4 years anyway. So a couple ways that I've noticed people that succeed in really capitalizing on market cycles and the trends of moving capital from equity to back to capital. Okay. I bought my house in 2007, the end of 2007. So I bought at the peak of a market cycle. So that meant that I'm going to have to stay there for a while. But here's another thing that happened for a lot of those people. We are at the verge of probably another bubble breaking off at some point here in the near future. So you make your money when you buy, right? Or you have to sit it out and wait for the cycles to turn. So one of the things that I noticed about really smart people with real estate investments back in 2006 and 7, they saw the curve coming. They saw the drop and they liquidated. I watched people actually sell houses for $200,000. I'm going to use an example here. They got $200,000 for a house that was their primary residence, and they rented for 3 years and bought the same house back for $130,000. Okay. I watched other investors when everybody was buying multifamily and just everything was hot and it was just getting ridiculous out there. I watched investors that are really smart and had a lot of doors sell 120 doors for $4.3 million. Turn around, and 4 years later, it took a little while for it to drop off, bought all of them back. This was a multifamily complex for $1.4 million. Now, that's how you actually make money with real estate. Now, some of the things I want people to consider: how to sell a house in negative days on market. It's the information age, folks. Okay. Making a decision to sell your house should begin when you purchase it, right? So with all of the various alternative platforms that are out there, what I'm having to do with my personal residence right now is increase the suggested retail price, because while I bought it at $181,000 in 2007, I couldn't give it away for $165,000 in, I think that was 2010 or 11. It's now suggested retail value, appraised value, going to come in around 265, 270. Okay. But I've had it out there on alternative marketing platforms like Marketplace and my Invisalist, and you can just post it on Zillow if you want to. It used to have a Make Me Move platform, but you can do for sale by owner at any time. Have it out there. I have to bump up my price because if you want my house, you're going to have to pay me more than I would appraise at. And there are people doing that now. So I want to encourage you to think of your home more as an asset, not as a home. It's a house. And if somebody is willing to pay me right now, it's going to take about 290, 295,000 for me to have enough capital to actually afford to pay rent for the next couple years or be mobile in whatever configuration that my family and I choose to go in. But I intend on selling while it's high. Even though my baby girl was born in this house, even though there are a lot of memories there, guess what, folks? It's not my forever home. So I want to encourage folks to think along those lines of making a decision to sell. It doesn't have to be a stick a sign in your yard and 3 days later you're having to find somewhere to live in the next 40 days. Okay, you can develop an exit strategy that will actually give you more leverage, more capability to find exactly what you next need for a home investment. Now, it may take more time for the market cycle to come down, right? Pay rent, find somewhere to rent. That's paying for a lifestyle, and an investment at the same time. But to sell in negative days on market, you don't even have to have a sign in your yard. You just have to make a decision, and your why. My why right now is being able to pocket, after paying off all mortgages and liens and other things that are associated with transacting business, pocket about 150 grand to do my next move. That's my personal objective and why I would need to sell right now. And it's out on alternative platforms. And guess what? I have people that contact me on an irregular basis and declare an interest. And then I share with them my motive and why. I don't need to sell. If you need it more than I do, come and get it. So that's just some encouragement, strength, and hope for you today to think through some alternative and unconventional modeling to best facilitate your ends in this coming climate and changes that are inevitable. And again, feel free to come and get what I got in the link below. It's there. I want everybody to have just the more information, education, and inspiration to actually engage this process more. And I really pray blessings on you and your house, and make it a great day. All right. Bye-bye.